What's going on, guys? Justin Florio from PNC Fitness, and today, instead of talking about business, I want to talk more about nutrition. Now, before I begin, I want to emphasize that I am not a nutritionist and I am not a dietitian. I do not have a precision nutrition certification. I did not go to college for nutrition, but I do have this kind of argument with clients on a regular basis. So I just wanted to touch base and hope that it can help someone that is dealing with this nutrition balance. People come in the gym and I say, what is your main goal? Usually everyone says, I want to lose weight. If you're trying to lose weight, it will most likely reflect the most from what you are consuming. And I stress that to them. I say, you could come in here, but whatever you're doing, the 23 and a half or 23 hours outside of what I'm doing with you, I'm only gonna be working with you 1 or 2, maybe 3 times a week anyway. That is the biggest variable to you losing weight over time. So I stress that. If you're trying to lose weight, I say you should really put an emphasis on nutrition and try to make that your focal point. Some people just want to come in here and move, which is awesome. And I am a big believer that this is a big stepping stone because the two go hand in hand. If you're moving, you're most likely going to want to eat better. But when people come in here, I say, let's talk about nutrition. What do you eat? And the thing that drives me crazy, that makes my brain want to explode, is they say, I really need to eat healthier. And I say, what does that mean to you? You know, they'll typically say, I need to stop eating out, I need to eat my fruits and vegetables and my chicken, and I need to avoid foods like eggs and sugars and cereals. While I do understand that, your pretzels, your snacking, things like that, I do understand that those foods they're in today's society, they are marked as bad foods. And my wife has taught me that there really is no such thing as bad food. But the main thing I want to talk about today is healthy versus quote unquote unhealthy eating. Now, healthy eating is you're kind of surrounding each meal by fruits, vegetables, mainly vegetables, and some kind of a protein and a starch. And when people think of starch, they're thinking brown rice and sweet potatoes. Number one, you can eat white rice and you can eat russet potatoes. They're not bad foods. Society today has told you, and I fell into it too, when I was starting in the fitness industry and I wanted to get bigger and try to look like that bodybuilder. I would read the bodybuilding magazines and I would look at the diets, and all it was salmon and sweet potatoes, salmon and brown rice, chicken and brown rice. So in my head, I thought if I was going to eat a russet potato, or maybe if I ate ground beef instead of chicken, I was a bad person. And all in all, food is fuel, right? There is a healthier approach, really healthier approaches from someone like a doctor like Joel Fuhrman. Those healthy diets that they put out there are more to prevent and help cure diseases. In my opinion, the super organic, fresh foods that you can get, the vegetables, the fruits, possibly avoiding meats, those are like your healthier approaches. But when you come in and you're trying to exercise to lose weight, this is where the general public just doesn't understand it. You have to eat food to get your body through everyday life. There is a certain equation that will give you the amount of food, your BMR, that will get you your basal metabolic rate that will get you through the day. And typically when people want to lose weight, they go right into a caloric deficit. They eat 1,300 calories for women, 1,500 calories for guys, and you lose weight in the beginning because you're in such a crazy deficit. It has nothing to do with the foods that you're eating, it's because you are in a deficit. And my approach, again, I want to stress this, I'm not a nutritionist and I'm not a dietitian, but I am very passionate about this. You need to eat a little bit more food because most likely what's been happening, I'm gonna just get to the point here, you've been yo-yo dieting. You, possibly the viewer, maybe you're a trainer and you have clients who have been through this, they've been yo-yo dieting. They've tried, in my case, the NJ diet, and then they went to Weight Watchers. And their brains are all messed up with all these different influx of information that they're getting from all these different diet regimens. because there's always a new diet that's trying to outdo someone else. There's carnivore and vegan and paleo and Weight Watchers, and there's just an endless amount of different diets out there, and it's so overwhelming and it's so frustrating because people label foods as bad. And I think if we just, you want to eat your nutrient-dense foods. I'm gonna say I probably do like a 65-35, where I eat 65% of my meals that are very nutrient-dense foods. Again, your fruits and your vegetables and your leaner meats, your chickens and some ground turkey, your fish, occasionally some red meats, and your starches. I mix between sweet potatoes, white potatoes, rice, brown rice, basmati rice, some pastas. Pastas aren't bad. But what happens is when you're in this crazy cycle of, what happens is Monday through Thursday, everyone stays really consistent. They can track their food, and then Thursday hits and it kind of spirals down. You start to, maybe you go out with your friends or your buddies on a Thursday night, you drink some alcohol, you eat some foods that are out of the realm, and in your head, you just automatically, you kind of give up. So the next morning you wake up and you say to yourself, well, I ate all that crappy food last night, let me just go get a Taylor ham, egg, and cheese and just try to get through this day. My wife, and she probably heard it from someone, she created this awesome theory. If you're driving in your car and you're driving down the highway and you pop a tire, you don't get out of your car and start popping the other 3 tires. You get out of the car, you fix that tire, and you move on from it. And the same thing goes with nutrition. Maybe you go out on a Thursday night and you enjoy yourself. There's nothing wrong with that. But because of everything that goes out on social media, you get in your head and you think, okay, let me just pop all the tires. But all you really have to do, whether it's in the middle of the day or at night, the next meal, you just hop right back on track and you continue going forward. Back to the yo-yo. The yo-yoing, what happens is you're all over the place. So like Thursday, you go really high, maybe you're a little bit over your caloric intake, and then Friday, maybe you try to counterbalance that, so you go really low, and then Saturday and Sunday are just the weekend, so you're out and you're way over, not thinking about it, and your body kind of gets all out of whack. And there's this awesome word behind me. I don't know if you're gonna be able to see it because of the bite, but it's called consistency, and then obviously patience. And what your body wants is the same amount of caloric intake over time for a long period of time, not 3 weeks. Don't expect crazy results in 3 weeks. If it took you 3 years to gain the weight, you can't expect to lose it in 3 weeks. So, point being said, food is fuel, and I hope that this video really grabs someone and helps them with this mindset on nutrition and diets overall, because dieting is just, there's an end goal to that, and you have to try to create more structure. Maybe it's more intuitive eating and just trying to get down some kind of a pattern. My number one thing that always helps my clients when they walk into the door is getting them to prep 1 meal a day. And you could do it on a Sunday, you could do it on Monday, whatever day you have the time to do it. And I'm not asking you to prep your breakfast, lunch, and dinner because that's overwhelming. You take 1 meal and you do lunches for the whole week, because that's typically what happens. You're at work and you don't know what to eat, so you go to a fast food chain and you just grab something, and then it's gonna make you feel like crap. But if you have maybe a salad or a very nutrient-dense meal ready, you have no excuse. Being prepared is one of the ultimate flexes, I'm gonna use that for the younger generation, to sustain success when it comes to nutrition and weight loss. And when I program clients' workouts for my online training, I don't do nutrition, do the equation, because I went to school for exercise physiology, and I give all my clients a maintenance number. And it's so high and so much more calories than people think, because we're so brainwashed into trying to lose weight, when really we should be trying to fuel your body. Because most of the clients that I work with, I ask them, do you feel like you get that midday drag? And they all say yes. And it's because you're trying to do too much on too little gas. So try to get the maintenance number in, and especially if you're coming into my online training world, you're going to be implementing more workouts. So you're putting more, you need to fuel your body more, right? So eat more food, good quality food, try to find a good balance, create structure, be prepared, and those things over time will either help you or your client become successful and create a sustainable nutrition program, all right? I hope this video helps. Please, if it helped, leave a comment, leave a suggestion, give me a subscribe because it really helps, and I will see you guys next time. Have a great day.